Like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GGD Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have your self to blame, y'all. Cricket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth on LGBT. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence up with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, y'all. So press 1 if y'all can hear me in the comments real quick. Got a mic check. Salute to everybody. Y'all know we got a mic check. So y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Got a mic check, you guys. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me in here. Appreciate all y'all tapping on in. And we definitely going to get into it. So y'all can hear me? All right, bet. So now Carrie Morgan, close friend of Cassie Ventura, has taken a stand, man, and she has proceeded to go in on Diddy, yo. And the government is straight up laying out their case. They're painting a picture. They're showing you now the coercion. Now, remember I told you everybody was saying, oh, Cassie's she's a 304. She's a hoe. She's all these things. She's an addict, all these things. Well, guess what I told you that the government was going to do? It's exactly what's happening right now. They're showing you on the stand that Cassie was none of these things until she met Diddy. And I told y'all they were going to paint that picture and show y'all this stuff through her mother, her friends, all these other people. I told y'all this. So the government asked Carrie Morgan, where do you live? Carrie Morgan says Los Angeles. The government shows Carrie Morgan a picture. She says, that's Cassie. The government says, what was your relationship? She says, we were best friends. Her boyfriend assaulted me. The government says, do you see him here in the courtroom? She says, yeah, that's him over there in the yellow sweater. Diddy over there looking like a banana. The government said, let the record reflect the witness has identified the defendant, Sean Diddy Combs. Another woman he beat up. This nigga beating up all women, white women, black women. He don't discriminate, I tell you that much. The government says, why are you here? She said, I was subpoenaed. The government says, where did you live with Cassie? She said, Manhattan. The government said, did Cassie drink? She says, not much at all. Not much. She says, did Cassie use drugs? She says, no, none. She says, what was she doing for work? She says, Cassie was modeling, and then she recorded me and you. The government says, when did you learn that Diddy and Cassie were dating? She says, in 2007. She says, did you travel with Cassie and Mr. Combs? She says, yes, to Ibiza, Miami. Now, remember they talked about Ibiza as one of the cities where Diddy allegedly sex trafficked and brought sex workers in there. Remember? They said he went across state and international lines. Now they're showing you, they're building a case around Diddy. I told y'all this. All they had to do first was paint the picture of everything that happened with him and Cassie. Now watch how they working this thing now. She says, what drugs did Diddy provide? See? Now, providing the drugs. All this stuff is going into the racketeering, the coercion, everything else. She says Diddy provided Molly, weed, X. She said, what drugs did Mr. Combs take? She said, all of them. She says, did you take drugs along with Cassie? She said, yeah, she took the OPIATES drug. She said, The government says, how long did Diddy act? She says he would yell at Cassie. She lost her confidence. Big time. Lost her spark. The government says, did Diddy talk down to Cassie? She said, yeah, about her looks, who she talked to. The government says, did he contact you for you looking for her? She said a lot of times Diddy would contact her looking for Cassie. Carrie Morgan says sometimes he would call me 50 times in a row. God, dog, that's crazy work. 50 times in a row? You call a man 50 times in a row? That's crazy. So the government says, would others call you for him? She said, yes. Christina Coram, they naming all these people inside of his co-defendants. I told y'all this. Or KK. The government says, did you witness assaults? Carrie Morgan said, yes. First in the Hollywood Hills, Reuben, one of his security guards, was there. They name him more of his inner circle. Reuben. I haven't even heard of a Reuben. So now they name Christina Coram. Now they name Reuben. All these people they naming now. They putting all these pieces together for y'all. I told y'all. Everybody said, where's all the co-conspirators? They naming them in court. And these people will come in and speak against Diddy, and they taking pleas so that they don't go to prison with this nigga. And now y'all gonna see the organization. I try to tell y'all this. The government says, right? Would others call for you? And she talked about all the others. And then she says, did you witness assaults? She said, yeah. First in the Hollywood Hills, Reuben, one of his security guards, was there for that assault. The government says, what did Diddy do to Cassie? She said he kicked her. The government said, what did she do? Kerry said, nothing. I told Reuben to do something, and he said that he wouldn't. The government said, then what? Morgan said, then we left the house. Cassie and I were hiding beside somebody's front steps. Bro, this shit is crazy, bro. Bro, this shit is crazy, man. This shit is crazy, bro. Crazy work, man. She finna tell it all. I'm telling y'all this. She finna tell it all right there on the stand, man. And here's the thing. You're not going to be able to call everybody liars. You're not going to be able to call all these people liars, bro. It's not happening, bro. It's not happening, bro. That nigga's going to prison forever. It's not happening. I'm telling y'all this. I'm telling y'all this. Right? She said they was hiding by the steps. That's crazy work. You hiding beside somebody's front steps? Running from this nigga? Unbelievable. Right? Man, bro. Crazy work, man. Crazy work, you guys, man. This nigga Diddy, man. All this stuff is now coming back for him. All this stuff Diddy had going on, man, is all coming back to bite him in his ass. It's crazy work, yo. Crazy work. The government said, in the next time, she says that they were in Jamaica. She says, I saw Diddy drag her by her hair. I ran back to get my purse and phone so we could leave. The government says, what did you see next? She said, I thought that she was knocked out. Then she got up and ran into a wooded area. Diddy's done. That nigga's done. He's done, bro. That nigga is done. Smash the like button, y'all come on in here, man. He's out of here, bro. You go ahead and cancel that nigga, man. He's out of here, bro. He's out of here, bro. She's saying all this shit in open court on the stand. Smash the like button as y'all come on up in here. She's saying this girl ran into a wooded area, man. Get out of here, bro. Now what that's gonna show y'all is that she tried to escape this nigga's grip. That's what it's gonna show. It's going to show that she tried to escape this nigga's grip. Crazy work. The government says, what happened next? Carrie Morgan says, there were 2 golf carts in the driveway. I got into one and Sean got into the other. We went in different directions looking for Cassie. The government says, did you find her? She says, yeah. She found Cassie. She said, then her and Cassie went and hid in a ditch and started whispering. Bro, this shit is crazy, bro. That nigga Diddy's going to prison forever. She said she found Cassie, and her and Cassie went and hid in the ditch and were whispering to each other, hiding from this nigga. Try to tell y'all. Try to tell y'all this shit, man. They gonna say, hey, man, everybody talking about, I don't see. She wanted it. Nigga, she tried to run away and hid in the ditch, bro. But these niggas on YouTube will tell y'all, she wanted it. She wanted it. She wanted it. Bro, ain't no girl want that, man. Ain't no girl want that. To go hide in a ditch, my nigga, just to get away from him? Nah. No, I don't buy it. But she wanted it though, right? Crazy work. I guess she lying too. Right? That's crazy. Man, bro. The government is going to easily prove force and coercion. Watch what I tell y'all. Easily.
He has a relationship with him. He has opened some doors for Quincy. So I don't see anything wrong with Quincy supporting him in that way. But if it came down to my personal belief, Quincy is brainwashed.
Gene said a nigga brainwashed.
As the rest of those people are that be around him. Just as brainwashed. So I can see him going to the trial.
Damn, you think Diddy got him brainwashed?
Yeah. Yeah. But I think that he's going to see the light. I think Quincy is going to see the light and going to understand that Al is a good dude. And because of his mother, Al did not go at Diddy and go back at Diddy. Because Al, he may not have had as much money as Diddy, but Al had enough dudes in the streets that would have went to war with Al.
How do you feel about Cassie testifying that Diddy would take her phone, iPad, and computer for punishment?
Like she was a kid, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, damn.
Puff treated her like a kid, so she could, they took that so she couldn't get in contact with nobody. Let nobody know. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't just a punishment that she did. So how you do something wrong? You're a grown-ass woman. That's probably after one of them freak-offs and got one of those beatings that now she can't take pictures with her iPhone and now she can't take pictures or put nothing and show somebody and save it. First thing happened. Look, Kim Porter comes up dead. You don't see no iPhone, no computers, no nothing. Why? Did security take her stuff? All this shit is going to open up a whole can of worms on some other things. And dude going to wish he had did what Benjamin Bradford told him in the first place. Get that girl $10 million and let her go about her business. And none of this stuff would have came up. Not like it did.
What you think about Cassie testifying that Diddy accused her of having an affair with Michael B. Jordan?
Well, if you done freak the girl out that much, you think that she's gonna freak off with anybody. And if a dude like Michael B. Jordan is in South Africa and he run into Cassie, what else he gonna think? Especially if she was seen with him. He done showed her how to get fellatios. He done showed her how to freak. He done did all this to her. Why wouldn't he think that she'll pick and choose somebody that she probably want to be with?
She also testified and revealed that she got a urinary tract infection from freakos, and she got sores on her tongue.
Man, listen to me. Those people were having unprotected sex. They was having unprotected sex that it's a guy named Jonathan Odie. Jonathan Odie was the guy who came out with all this information about the freak off over 6 or 7 years ago. He ran into Trump's place and shot it up. The feds took him up at one of Trump's headquarters and shot it up. The feds took him into custody. He started telling this story. He told the story about Khaled, Ross, and Diddy, and Cassie. He said in the interim of that, he contracted herpes and other stuff. He sued Puffy and Cassie and them. He threatened to sue them and stuff like that. They wrote him a check for $2 million.
Nope, they gave him $5 million. He had a video. They gave him $5 million. That information was wrong. But shout out to Big Gene. The government asked her after they hid in the ditch. They said, well, what about the incident at Comstock, the apartment? Carrie Morgan says Cassie came back with a hoodie covering her face. Then Diddy came and tried to get in, hitting the door with a hammer. She said Diddy was hitting the door with a hammer, trying to get in the room. She said she called D-Rock. The government said, did he get in? She said, nope. Then the cops came. She said this nigga Diddy was hitting the door with a hammer, y'all. And she said that she called D-Rock when Diddy did that shit. She said Diddy couldn't get through the door. But the police came. And you're crazy, man. Anytime you go that crazy, bro, you got some serious problems. Serious demons inside of you. You know what I mean? Shout out to Sheila for the $40 donation in the Cash App. Salute to you, my sister. You know, but these delusional people on YouTube, oh, it only sounds like domestic violence. Yeah, wait. Wait till they got his inner circle up here testifying. Talking about they were a criminal organization. And that violence was one of the main means, violence and threats, of keeping people in check. You gonna see. You gonna see. Crazy work, man. You don't do that type of stuff to people, man. You don't treat people like that, bro. Mm-mm. You don't treat people like that.
This was proven by the federal government because he had zero money in his bank account one day. 2 weeks later, he had over $2 million and he bought two properties. One property worth $440-some thousand and another property worth like $800-some thousand. So the man got $2 million from somebody somewhere. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now, for you to think that Cassie had those swords, somebody else had those swords too, one of their sex workers, that he got $2 million from them for having it. So I believe that. She got a witness that said that he contracted that from them and was paid off.
And Jonathan Odie, if I'm not mistaken, he was the white guy, right? That was a sex worker for Diddy and Cassie.
Yeah, I think he's Middle Eastern. He Middle Eastern. You know what I'm saying? He Middle Eastern.
Yeah, he look crazy now, yo. I mean, I wonder what they seen in him.
Bro, you talking about now. You know what I'm saying? We all look crazy with years and age and stuff on it. But if you seen some of his pictures back in the day, you understand? They did it. They picked him from his pictures from back in the day. But now, he been sitting in a prison eating prison food. You know what I mean?
Bro, that's crazy, man. Crazy work, bro. I ain't never seen nothing like it, man. So basically, Carrie Morgan said the police came, y'all. Now the government said what happened when the police came. She said that Cassie would not show them her ID. She said nothing happened and they left a card. Now, the government said, read this message. Did you send an attachment? Carrie Morgan said, a photo, yes, a photo of the card the detective left. Right? A photo of the card that the detective left. Crazy work, man. Crazy work. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable stuff, yo. This is crazy.
That's right there, bro. When I heard that, so that's an effed up subject and situation, man, to even imagine that you got somebody doing that to somebody that you supposed to care about and you supposed to be in a relationship with.
Yeah, when I heard that, that was crazy to hear. Disturbing, man.
You can't make this shit up, bro. This is made for Triple X TV. The stories that we're hearing about the things that Cassie has done, and we got these people out here believing that, you know, she made this shit up. She ain't did this with nobody. I ain't seen not one of her ex-boyfriends. I ain't seen not one of the people that she dated in high school or none of that stuff come out and say that she was doing that way before she got to Diddy. So it is disturbing, bro. It's disturbing that he could brainwash her to the point where that she believing that she pleasing him and all his fetishes and everything by doing some that she's doing for him, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, she testified that Diddy, he'll rub male escorts cum on his nipples. That's crazy, man.
Bro, what do you want me to say about that? You know, that's some nasty, perverted you know what I'm saying? Bro, when you that high and you into that, that's the, to me, that's the demonic, bro. That's some old crazy otherworld excuse me for my language, that's some crazy otherworld stuff that people in their right minds don't even think of stuff like that, bro. People that's not in a whole sense of being perverted, that's Triple X type of shit, man.
Bro, let me tell y'all something. Yo, that's crazy, bro. But y'all know what's crazier? Is that Diddy, his team didn't deny that shit was true. His team, he have not denied that. They have not denied those allegations. And not only that, these dudes out here taking off for Diddy, and he doing this type of stuff, man. Man, come on, man. That's crazy, man.
That's stuff that normal people don't even think of, man. How high do you get that you want another man juices rubbed on you after dating ejaculated or come on your girl? How high do you get for that shit, bro? I always say this. Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
That's crazy. But do you believe that he'll rub male escorts cum on his nipples? Like, you believe he'll do something like that?
I believe from the witness. The witness said it. The witness said that's what she had to do, and that's what she did. She's being forefront in her testimony. She's telling all the nasty stuff that she did. She said all the nasty stuff that he did. Right now, he's getting his judgment right here on earth, bro. He's hearing all the perverted things he had to see that he was doing, and now that he's not on those drugs, reality is sinking in. See, when he's all on those drugs and everything like that, it seemed like it was nothing. But now that he's been in jail, and he probably ain't getting the drugs. We know they sneak drugs in jail too. You understand? But he probably ain't getting the drugs. He's sitting there, and reality is hitting him, man. He's seeing all the stuff that he was doing, and it probably be a time that he break down in court.
Man, bro, this is crazy. Hey, man, that nigga Art of Dialogue crazy. He said, yo, man. He said, man, he said, can you believe that Diddy was rubbing that man's... He said, can you believe Diddy was rubbing that man bust on his... These niggas taking up for Diddy, man. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way, man. That's crazy, man. Oh, man, bro. Bro, that nigga Art, man. Bro, I gotta rewind that, man. Hey, yo, man, them dudes destroying Diddy, man. Crazy work, man. Crazy work, man. Crazy. Man, bro. Hold on, dog. I gotta rewind that, dog. I got to rewind that. Yo, that's nasty, man.
Excuse me for my language. That's some crazy otherworld stuff that people in their right mind don't even think of stuff like that, bro. People that's not in a whole sense of being perverted. That's triple X type of shit, man. That's stuff that normal people don't even think of, man. Right. How high do you get that you want another man juices rubbed on you?
Oh, that's crazy.
After dating ejaculated or comes on your girl. How high do you get for that shit, bro? I always say this. Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, that's crazy. But do you believe that he'll rub male escorts cum on his nipples? Like, you believe he'll do something like that?
I believe from the witness.
Art. Hey, Art. I know you listening, dog. Nigga, you the devil, nigga. Oh, bro, this man was rubbing dude's butt on his nipples, man. Come on, man. Come on. How can anybody defend that dude, bro? That's crazy, man. That is crazy work, bro. And they run around calling this nigga itty bitty Diddy. That nigga 50 went online. That nigga 50 said, do the Tootsie Roll to the left. Do the Tootsie Roll to the right. he ain't never gonna leave this shit.
Witness said it. The witness said that's what she had to do, and that's what she did. She's being forefront in her testimony. She's telling all the nasty stuff that she did.
Bro.
She said all the nasty stuff that he did. Right now, he's getting his judgment right here on earth, bro. He's hearing all the perverted things he had to see that he was doing, and now that he's not on those drugs, reality is sinking in. See, when he's all on those drugs and everything like that, it seemed like it was nothing.
Man, that's crazy, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. Diddy going to hell, man. He ain't just going to jail. That nigga going to hell, bro. Bro, that nigga got girls hiding in ditches. Come on, hitting girls with chairs, allegedly. Giving girls concussions with hangers. Man, y'all people crazy as hell, man. Rubbing dudes' bust on his nipples. Man, that's crazy, bro. That is crazy work, bro. And you got niggas out here talking about free Diddy. Y'all niggas, are y'all crazy? That just let y'all know about the society that we live in, bro.
He's been in jail, and he probably ain't getting the drugs. We know they sneak drugs in jail, too. You understand? But he probably ain't getting the drugs. He's sitting there, and reality is hitting him, man. He's seeing all the stuff that he was doing, and it probably be a time that he break down in court, some kind of way.
Yeah, she also testified how Diddy had an inflatable pool in his hotel room where he filled it up with baby oil for a freak off.
Yo, my man, all this is coming from the drugs. You put an inflatable pool in a hotel, you take baby oil and you fill it up, and you watch your girl get smashed out by a male escort that you didn't pay to come in to have sex with her, so you could get his semen and rub it on your body and watch. And man, come on, bro. I hope this ain't the whole interview, bro. This line of questioning is nasty, bro. This line of questioning is crazy that we are witnessing one of the most perverted acts
ever.
But this was be happening behind closed doors, bro. He ain't the only one. He probably been to other parties like that. He probably seen other dudes and other people that's just as rich as he is doing some crazy shit like this, bro.
Yeah, she also said how Diddy had her heating up the baby oil in a sink with hot water for freakos.
He put her to work, I guess, man. It's crazy. He put her to work, man, all kind of way. She's his girl. She's an employee. She's a singer. She's a sex slave. You understand?
Bro, and y'all got to think, man. I'm going to say it again. For Diddy be doing all that and still be able to do his music and everything else, bro, Diddy was a monster, bro. That dude, bro, ain't no way you could do all that freaking off. And he still had the energy to go in the studio all the time. That's crazy work, bro. Crazy. So, man, bro, the government asked, did Mr. Combs ever assault you? to Carrie Morgan. Carrie Morgan said, yes, he hit me with a wooden coat hanger and choked her. God, dog. This nigga Diddy not only hit this girl with a wooden coat hanger and gave her a concussion, but he choked her. She said, where did the hanger hit you? She said, right behind my ear. Damn. The government says, what did he express concern about? She said who Cassie was cheating on him with. So this woman said Diddy beat her because he was trying to find out who the hell Cassie was cheating with. That's crazy. She said Diddy beat and choked her. That nigga is a demon, man. The government says, who did you speak to about it? She says, Ryan, Sean's old assistant. The government said, what did he do? She said, nothing. And she said, she shrugged and said, I haven't spoken with Cassie since. That her and Cassie lost their friendship over it. That's the crazy part, bro. Like after Diddy beat her like that, see, this the part y'all don't know. After Diddy beat this white girl Kerry like this, hit her with that hanger and beat her, she ain't talk to Cassie no more. She stopped being friends with Cassie. That's crazy, bro. That's why I be trying to tell these people, man. These people, man, bro. Ain't no morals and ethics, man. Crazy work, dog. Y'all seeing this in front of the world, man. That man getting stripped out in front of the world. Hold on 1 second, y'all. So, bro, this is crazy work, man. Crazy work, bro. Crazy work, man. Crazy work. Bro, man. That's crazy, bro. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Man, that's sad, bro. All right, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all after lunch, man. They're on a lunch break right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Bro, that's sad, bro. Bro, the nigga gave a girl a concussion and choked her with a hanger because he's trying to find out who the hell Cassie cheating on him with. Bro, this nigga is crazy. Unbelievable stuff, man. And like Gene Deal said, bro, why is you out here putting bust? I want y'all to think about this. Why is Diddy rubbing a man bust all over his chest? Why is you rubbing bust all over a man's chest? That's crazy, bro. Crazy work. You gonna rub bust all over Diddy from another man. Another man. People hiding in ditches, running to other people's front steps. Man, these people, man, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something, man. That nigga's a demon, man. That nigga is damn near the devil, nigga. And I'm just being real with y'all. That shit ain't normal, man. All that shit they talking about with Diddy, man, that shit ain't normal, bro. It's not normal, man. That shit's sad. Just to be honest with everybody, it's sad. It really is. You know? You know, Diddy, he really have some real serious problems, man. Crazy work, man. Crazy work, bro. For you to be, you know, unable to control your temper with everybody, bro. This ain't just with one person. So this ain't, everybody say domestic violence. This is not domestic violence. This is a nigga out here beating on any and everybody, bro. Think about that shit, y'all. Diddy is a nigga that's running around here beating on any and everybody. That's crazy. But then again, these are the rituals and things that people put themselves through. And what do I say? Like, when you sell your soul. And they say when you sell your soul, man, now the whole world is getting a clear picture of what happens when you sell your soul. What do you mean sell your soul, Ticket? When you compromise all of the things that you would never do for fame, fortune. And that's why I always say all the people involved who were in the industry and stuff, they ain't innocent, bro. Because once you get in there and you start to use these drugs and start like stuff like that, you are complicit. You, in some way, shape, or form, you have to take some responsibility. That's why I said, even with Cassie had to take some responsibility for even getting involved with Diddy and allowing herself to use drugs. You got to say, hey, nah, I don't want to do it. Because once you put yourself in that world and in that life, and you do that, it's over with, bro. Now it keeps full control over you. It takes a grip over your whole quality of life. You know what I'm saying? Who you are as a person. All of these things, man. And now this girl done came up here and torched Diddy. Just absolutely came out here and put a flamethrower to Diddy. I haven't heard anything about Big Gene yet. We'll find out. I don't know. So Big Gene said he wasn't around for this, so I don't think Big Gene will be testifying for this. That's just my thoughts. Unless he say he is, then I don't go against his word. If Big Gene says he is, I don't go against his word. But I haven't heard Gene say he's testifying. I haven't heard him say anything like that. You guys got to remember, Gene said he wasn't there for the Cassie stuff. So maybe he may be in a different part with a different victim who he may have been, but I don't think Gene have anything to do with this. That's unless they ask him about other stuff. Like if they go talking about Kim Porter and stuff like that, now that's something different. Ain't nobody testifying right now. They're at lunch right now. To the dude that said he's testifying right now, you're a liar. How's Big Gene testifying right now and they at lunch? Hold on, let me see. Nah, he ain't testifying right now, dog. They at lunch, bro. Y'all lying, bro. This nigga talking about he testified right now. He lying. See how people just be lying on YouTube, bro? They just be lying. Ain't on break. This nigga talking about, hey, he testifying right now. How? Niggas just be coming on YouTube just lying, bro. Crazy work. Crazy work, man. Yeah, I think Big Gene went to the court to watch what's going on. I don't know because I ain't seen him today. I just heard he went to the courthouse. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here to confirm or deny whether or not he is or isn't. But I'm just telling y'all what's going on. You know what I mean? Telling y'all what's going on. So yeah, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know what it is. No, you're not hearing me. Gene is not testifying right now. They're at break. You literally don't understand. They're at lunch break right now. Hygiene testifying right now, and he's on lunch break. They're on lunch break. He might be. They haven't even done the cross-examination of this last witness. Right? They're out for lunch right now. They're out for lunch right now. So I'll be back. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
All right, you guys, so we appreciate everybody that popped in, supported this video. Make sure that you guys shop our merch. We got that new A-Weapons merchandise right there below this video. All you got to do is look below. The links will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well to get the merch, to donate, support the channel, and subscribe to our podcast show. You'll see all those links pinned at the top of the comment section of this video. And we appreciate everybody that supports this channel and our networks. Also, that straight drop weight loss formula. Go to the website. You guys will see that. A link for that will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well. Go right there for all of your weight loss needs. Straight drop weight loss formula. We have a lot of testimonials on the website. You can go to www.str-8-drop.com and get you some of the weight loss formula today. Take your weight loss serious. Get in the gym, work out, exercise, and do what you got to do. Stay on point. We appreciate everybody that's been locked into this video. Again, all the links are pinned at the top of the comment section below. Salute to all of y'all. And again, we appreciate everybody who support what we doing over here.